Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I know I'm on here early, but thank you so much for joining another episode of Connections and Conversations. I am Dr. Tammy, your success strategist and literacy educator. I help you strategize how to move in the direction of more and prepare for what's next. So thank you so much for joining me. I just popped on here. I didn't send a reminder or anything, so I know many of you will catch this on the replay, but I wanted to pop in here and keep the show going. So I didn't want to miss you. So definitely say hello to me as you're joining me, and whether it's live or on the replay. But today I want to talk about steady yourself. So I realize that I'm about 2 hours early. Last week I was late. This week I'm early. So, my goal is just to make sure that I'm consistent and I pop on here. So, let's talk about steady yourself. So, one of the things that I know is that when life starts throwing you curveballs, when life starts really, hi, Marcia. I'm on here early. I must be on break, right? I'm on break and I have something going on this evening. And so now is a good time. So I figured I just come on. This will be a quick one, but I'll come on and say hello to you. So I want to talk about steady yourself. I think when we get wrapped up in life and we start moving and shaking and things start getting a little hectic, life gets hectic. I know just a little bit about that. And you have a lot going on. Sometimes you feel kind of out of sorts. You feel like you're just going here and there. Sometimes you don't even know where you're coming from or what's going on. I mean, I have felt like I'm like, what's next? Like I have so much on my brain. I have so much to do that, oh my goodness. Like I just feel like, where do I start? It's kind of that thing, I don't know if you've ever felt this. I have, guilty, where I have so much going on, so much to do, and so much that is past due or that's urgent and on my plate that instead of me doing something, I do nothing. Like I'm just paralyzed by having so much to do. And I think that is where this time of year, just this time of year brings that, because it's the holidays. We have a lot going on. Some of us are traveling. Some of us are hanging out with family. Some of us are cooking. Some of us are doing all these things. And sometimes it can get a bit much. Sometimes it can get overwhelming. And you feel like you have lost your footing. You feel like the ground has just been pulled from underneath you. And you're like, what do I do next? What do I start? And so, yes, Marcia, I'm feeling it now. I've been feeling it for probably since October. I guess in October, things started to heat up for me in my life. And so I've been trying to steady myself. I've been really trying to steady myself. And I thought I'd come on and encourage all of us to steady yourself. So let's talk about the word steady first. What do I mean by steady? Of course, in the 80s and 90s, there were songs. I remember, I don't even know if it was 80s or 90s when the Whispers had that song, Rock Steady, right? That's totally different. That's not what I'm talking about. But I am talking about steady yourself in the sense, yes, it's wrap up, it's the year end tiredness. Yes, it's like for me, it's the end of a semester. So everything is like, I just want to do nothing. Like I just want to do nothing and rest and recover from the semester. But I can't do that because I have all these things I need to do. I need to get done in the next 3 weeks. So it's like before I go back to work. And so it's like, where do I start? Where do I begin? So let's talk about steady. First of all, steady is when you're firmly fixed, when you're supported, when you're balanced. It is this not shaking, not moving. It's not feeling like you're things are unstable. It's this more this stability. And sometimes we have to get our balance again, and we have to get steady again so that we do not fail. We don't drop the ball on something. We don't lose something. So we have to just really catch ourselves. And so this broadcast is about you catching yourself, not necessarily someone else. And sometimes it can be catching someone else, because sometimes other people may need to be caught because you see them falling. But this is about steady yourself, like catch yourself, like just take a moment and catch yourself. Prop yourself up, get going, break your fall. If you feel like you're falling and you're just losing control, to just stop. So brace yourself for what's next. Like really just, I'm hanging onto the table, y'all. I know you can't see that. But let's pretend. I'm pretending you can see that. You're bracing yourself. And it's this idea that you're holding yourself and propping yourself up. So sometimes you have to just steady yourself for what's to come, for what's happening, and for what you have to do to get it all done. And this time of year, we have so much that we have to get done. So I'm going to give you, I think it's 5. I'm looking down at my notes. I have my notes. So I'm gonna move my notes in front of me. 5 things for you to do during this time to steady yourself. Dr. Tammy, you're asking me to steady myself. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means for you to get your balance, to get your footing, to get firmly fixed, and really create a game plan, a strategy for tackling those things you need to do. All right, so let's do that. All right, so what are we gonna do first? All right, I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that. All right, so allergies, I guess. Look, my eyes are watering. But anyway, so we're gonna, stay focused. We're gonna stay focused. So focus, stay focused, which means you probably have to create a list. You have to get a list and create that, and make it small and short. Like, don't make it long and overwhelming. What are the top 3 to 5 things you need to get done? So focus, and then pace yourself. Slow down. Like sometimes it's a matter of stopping and slowing down. And part of that is being patient with yourself. I have an issue with patience. I have very little patience. And so I know that. So some of that is being patient with yourself. Hey, LaShawn, how are you? Thank you for coming, Sarah. Good to see you. And so part of that is pacing yourself and slowing down, going slower. Now, when I say go slower, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. See, you see, LaShawn is ahead of me. That's number 4. So after you focus, after you pace yourself, you're patient, you slow down, you listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what's going on. Like, what is it that is challenging for you? Listen and follow your gut. Follow your gut. Flow with life and follow your gut. This seems like a theme because I think I talked about this last week too. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Miss Stevie, how are you? But yes, pacing yourself, pacing yourself. Yes, slow it down. And then, like LaShawn said, we're going to breathe. Just breathe. Sometimes steadying yourself and getting that balance and getting firmly fixed and bracing yourself for what's next, preparing for what's next, catching yourself from being too out of control and all over the place. It's just taking a moment to breathe. And not like we typically breathe here. So, okay, so y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a yoga person. But typically we breathe here. We breathe at the top of our chest. We breathe very shallow. So part of pacing yourself and breathing and stopping to breathe is to breathe deep. And so you always start in the lower belly. So maybe one day I'll do a tutorial. Oh, you join our workshop. LaShawn and I are doing a workshop here. It's coming up, but I'll talk about that a little later. But if you start from the belly and you breathe up and you slowly make that breath rise, then you get deep down in the belly. Sometimes you need to take a moment and just do a deep breath. People do deep breaths and they do it from their chest. They go, and they just do it here. And all you see is their shoulders. I mean, deep breath, like down in the belly kind of breath. Because what that does is that makes you stop, slow down, focus. All those things we've talked about. Yes. And so that is it. Hey, Miss Stevie, I am doing well. I am popping on here real quick early. I'm normally 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, but today I'm on right now. I'm on here a little early. So that is 4. Number 5, the last one, balance. Steadying yourself is getting your balance. Steadying yourself is balance. Now, there's difference. So I have this whole philosophy between balance and harmony. We'll talk about harmony on a future episode. But what I mean by balance is that you don't feel like you're giving any one thing in your life too much weight. You're not neglecting something else and sacrificing something else for whatever it is that you have going on now, right? Yes, it does. It does, because it makes you breathe, and it does the same thing to me. Like sometimes I find myself coughing after, because we don't realize how shallow we're breathing until we do it. Hey, Derek, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me live. So definitely. Won't it do it? Woo! I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear. So, which I have that to share in a little bit. So those are the 5. If you want to steady yourself, if you want to get your balance back, you want to catch yourself from being out of control and things happening in a way that is unsettling to you and creates this sense of instability. You need to steady yourself. You need to, really catch yourself from falling and or failing at something for the sake of something else. So focus, stay focused. 2, pace yourself. 3, listen to your inner voice, not to other people necessarily, but to your inner voice. 4, breathe. Take deep breaths and just stop and breathe. And then 5, balance. Find your balance. Now, the key is your balance. And what's balanced for you is not balanced for me. What's balanced for LaShawn is not balanced for Derek. What's balanced for Derek is not balanced for Marsha. And so you must find your balance. And the only way you can do that is if you have, number 1, focus, you have your to-do list, those 3 to 5 things that you need to accomplish, and you prioritize those. That's how you find your balance, because that's when you find out what you need to accomplish and do first. So that is what my encouragement this week is, just to stay focused, pace yourself, slow down, be patient with yourself, listen, breathe, and create balance within yourself, within your life. Steady yourself. Listen, this is definitely, LaShawn, from a place that I need. I need this. This has been the thing that was an epiphany for me. I realized on Sunday and Saturday, I was trying to do all this, and I was like, you know what? I just need to stop, pause, and steady myself. And so that is why I'm sharing it with you. And so, yes, definitely, y'all share this out with your friends, your family. Share this out. I appreciated this. Thank you, Jerry. Did I pronounce that right? Thank you so much. I'm glad this helped you. Definitely come back. Go up, turn on the notifications, like the page. I'm on here every Wednesday at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Today I'm a little earlier just because I have things going on this evening, but I wanted to come in and share what my encouragement this week for myself and for you. And if you want to join anything that I have and participate in anything that I have, check out the links above. I'm going to put in the link for the workshop. If you're in the Wilmington, Delaware area, and that means you're in New York or Baltimore, Maryland, if you're in Jersey, anywhere in there, you can join us at a workshop. LaShawn and I are hosting a workshop, and it's purpose planning, and it's going to be a lot more of this, and it's even going to help you with social media and so many things that help you, especially for entrepreneurs in your business. So definitely, look, I can't do 2 things at once. But definitely check it out. Go to the link, and hopefully, if you're in that area, you'll join us. We have 2 sessions that day at 9 a.m. and at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join us, but yes, there she is. She got it all in there. See, I couldn't type and say all that, so she got it all in there. And so we'll be doing a broadcast very soon. I'll announce it where we'll talk a little more about it. But I just wanted to mention it here. So thank you all for joining me. Make sure this week you steady yourself. Think about ways that you can create focus, balance, and start listening to yourself. Like most of the time we listen to other things, we're distracted by other things and we forget about ourselves. And so I encourage you to do that. And thank you all for being here and joining me live or via the replay. I have so much going on. We have a retreat coming up in New York in April, and we have one in Chicago. We have an international trip to Spain coming up. And so if you would like to learn more about that, the links are up above in the description. So check it out. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and check below in the description, and the information is there. I appreciate y'all all being here. If you have any comments, any questions, anything I missed, anything that you have to offer to this conversation, put it in the chat below and share it with those who are watching the replay and or who has already commented on here. They'll get notifications as well. So thank you so much. That's why I had to do it now, LaShawn. I had to do it right now because otherwise that may not be the case later. So, but yes. New York. And LaShawn is, I just trap her into everything apparently. She's doing this workshop now because I thought on a whim we should do it. And then she's one of the ambassadors, the co-host for NYC retreat. And so definitely join us there and find out more. But if you enter my travel group, bit.ly C4C travel group, you'll learn about all these things. And it's a great way that I connect my Catalyst for Change communities, because I have communities for different people in different places. So yes, I know. She's probably tired of me. That's probably why we haven't talked today. Oh, I love you. So thank you all. I see you soon. Go up, like the page, turn on your notifications, and I will see you very soon. This week, I'll be going live a couple of times because I have so much to share with you, but I didn't want to do it all on this show, but I will be doing a separate broadcast to give you updates and to share what's going on, because I think you may find it helpful and on your journey toward more and preparing for what's next. So I will see you soon. Take care. Yay! Oh my goodness. Y'all take care. Bye. I just had to put that comment up before I left. I'll see y'all soon. Take care. Bye.